Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective tarot for today. Today is Sunday, May 4th, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, the Lemonade, the Blue Sky Social, the Pinterest, or my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Why is it my nose ring? Oh, it always looks crooked. I don't know. It's like, what the heck? I don't get it. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We love that for you. Whatever does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. It's icky. It's icky. You don't need that. Trust me, you don't need that. Intuitive City Oracle, Rob Barthelman. You can find this at intuitiveintention.com, or he sells his decks in the TikTok shop. All right. We got one on the table. Ooh, two on the table. Yeah, baby. Ooh, ooh. All right, calm down, Kimberly Ann. Calm down. Three on the table. Four on the table. Sorry, we do have one major. Sorry. Four on the table, one major. We got a thinker. We got five on the table. Six on the table. Let's do two more shuffles. Seven on the table. My God. Look at that. Okay, you guys know. This card came out literally sideways. Usually it's in the upright. Not gonna lie. I'm leaving it sideways. I'm doing it. I'm flouting tradition. Taking a stand. Ooh. Okay, so we got 8, 9 with bottom of the deck. Ooh, okay. So we got 9 with bottom of the deck. We've got 3 major. I forgot to tell you about the one earlier. Sorry about that. The major's not important, apparently. Don't tell them that. They'll get in their fifis. Ooh. Very mellow at the top of the deck. Very mellow. All right, we've got the Emperor. We got 2 of Pentacles. We got the 3 of Cups. We've got the Ace of Swords. We've got the Hermit. Ace of Wands. Again, 4 of Pentacles on its side, and we're keeping it that way. And I'll tell you why, too. 6 of Swords. And bottom of the deck, Temperance. All right. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. You can change the Emperor to Empress. It's just energy. So listen here, people. So I really think that because of this Four of Pentacles coming out the way it did, whoever this Emperor energy is, they're rethinking something about their, I guess you could say, personality, honestly. I mean, if you spend a lot of money on stupid shit, well, that's more like your mental, but still it's part of your personality. So this was not a bad energy before the Hermit card, and this is not a bad energy after the Hermit card. Whoever this Emperor is, I would like to be able to say that they're in the upright, and that they were, okay? With the Two of Pentacles, this person, very, very balanced for the most part. For the most part, okay? Not doing anything toxic, not really doing anything low vibrational. With the Three of Cups, this is someone that gets along, like they get along with a lot of people. They're probably very friendly, open, like to hang out with friends and family and do stuff and keep busy. But this Ace of Swords, this Hermit, this Ace of Wands, like whoever this is, they went in on a deep dive. And I think it has to do with this Four of Pentacles. So when it's in the upright, it says materialist. When it's in the reverse, it's spiritualist. I think this is just someone realizing what I always say to you guys, and that's this. What do you consider abundance? And I talk to you guys all the time about what I consider abundant. I don't give a fuck about money. Money will always find its way to me for the most part, right? I can always go out there and earn more money. I don't give a fuck about money. I actually was just talking about this with my friend Tony at work, because on Friday I was down in the other department helping out. And I was next to Tony, and I actually told him, I said, I really enjoy working down here when I'm next to you. I said, we have these really great conversations. I really enjoy them. And I told him about writing the book, and he said, you're writing a book? And I said, yeah. And he's like, you're going to publish it? And I said, well, I'm going to self-publish it. Like, I think I have enough money saved to do that. Like summer, fall, whenever. It'll happen. And he said, wow. And I looked at him, and he said something about something. And I said, well, I don't really care about the money. I said, I want to publish the book. I want to get it out there. I want to be able to look at it, and I want to be able to say, I created that. I don't give a fuck if it makes a dime. And I literally said that to him. I said, I don't give a shit if it doesn't make any money. I want to be able to look at my book in print and say, I made that. That came from here and here. I made that. I don't give a shit if it makes a dime. I mean, I hope it does, obviously. But in all actuality, I don't care about money. Money is, what do we call the root of all evil? Money drives people to do stupid things. Whoever this is somebody that is realizing the things that maybe they thought were important might not be so important. If you like this read, you should go watch The Collective. I'm uploading it to YouTube right now. I used the Hidden Secrets Oracle, and it was about connections. It was about people making connections for basically like profit, like making a connection with somebody so that you can get something from them later. This is somebody, like, if that was the case here, this person would realize, like, those connections are bogus. Like, they don't need those connections. Those connections are going to get them nowhere. Because if you connect with a person just to get something out of them, odds are that person is connecting with you to get something out of you. And again, this could be different for everyone. But this emperor, like, realizing what they thought was abundant before is probably really not what they believe to be abundant today. And again, it could be money, it could be possessions, it could be, well, possessions, big fancy homes, expensive cars, boats, owning business after business after business after business. And that's not to say that you shouldn't always drive yourself, that you shouldn't always keep moving forward, that you shouldn't always rise to the occasion, that you shouldn't always try to outdo yourself. But there comes a point, right, when we talk about our government, right? And we talk about how these billionaires secretly run our government, and they're running it into the ground because they only care about how much they can consume, like how much money they can make, how many things they can buy. At the end of the day, how many mansions do you need to own? Like, if you're a billionaire, a trillionaire, how many homes in Aruba do you need? In London? In the US, in New York City? How many apartments do you need to own in New York City? How many houses in Malibu do you need to own? How many cars before you realize you only ever drive the one car? The rest are unnecessary. How many yachts? How many planes? I wouldn't do any of that shit. I think I'd pay off my condo. I think I would buy some land and have a house built up in Wisconsin somewhere. And I think I would quit my job, and I think I would get into philanthropy, and I think I would continue to do this, and I think I would continue to write books and publish them. And yeah, I think I would live a very quiet life and enjoy my peace and not buy a plane and not buy a Rolls Royce, and not, I might buy the boat. Okay, I might, like a little one, not like a yacht, but like a little boat that I can take out on Lake Michigan. Like, I would love that. I would love that. I just, there are people out there that consume and consume and consume, and they're consuming all of the wrong things. And there's a lot of people out there that believe that those people are aliens, a different race, mongoloids. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who. I don't know. They think that the billionaires are run by like their own thing, and maybe they are. I don't know. But if they're really human, at what point do they look at themselves in the mirror and say, enough is enough? Like, you have $80 billion, and you own 10 houses and 20 cars and 2 planes. Maybe get rid of some of that. Maybe sell some of that. That's the other thing. These billionaires buy all this shit, and then they try and sell it, their $30 million house, and nobody wants to buy that shit. Who wants to buy a $30 million house? Most of the people on the planet can't afford that. You're talking like 1%, 3% of the population that can afford that shit. And they have their own. Why would they want to buy yours? It's this person realizing keeping up with the Joneses was a scam. It's a scam. Billionaires, companies, the government, they will tell you to spend more. Spend more money, spend more money. Especially you and I. I mean, I don't want to say we're poor because I don't feel like I'm poor, and I hope you're not poor, but I don't need to be spending all my money on stupid shit. Like, I know that, I know that. But that's what they want. They want you to consume because you put more money out there and they make more money and more money and more money to buy more of their shit. This could be somebody too realizing the cog, right? Like it's all just a game. To certain people, it's all just a game. You and I probably go to work every day for the most part, right? Work 40 hours, 50 hours, whatever. Have a car payment, have a home payment, bills, 4 cats to take care of. You probably got 2 kids, but I got 4 cats. Like, I don't have the money to participate in high stakes, whatever. I play the lotto a couple times a week. That's the most I'm gonna do. That's my investment right there. Everybody's like, how come you don't put when the Super Bowl was going on, how come you don't put money on the Super Bowl? Was it 2-3 weeks ago when they had the big college games and everybody was betting on the college games? How come you don't bet on the college games? Because what? What's the most I'm gonna win on a college game through a group betting circle at work? Like $5,000 maybe? Less? More? I play the lotto like 3 or 4 times a week. I could win millions. Millions. Like 100 million. 200 million. 300 million. You know what I could do with that money? You know how many charities I could give to with that money? And still have money? And still pay off my condo? And still be able to eat the things that I want? And maybe hire a trainer so I could lose some weight? I probably would not do that. I'm just saying. Like, why would I be putting in pity Annie little bits of dollars here and there into some Super Bowl game when I could literally pay $2 and I can win like 500 million? But I'm just saying. And if I never win, at the end of the day, I mean, what did I waste for the year gambling? $300 for the whole year? There are people that put like thousands of dollars on these Super Bowl bets and college games and stuff, and then they don't win anything. Or they win, but they don't win much more than what they put down. Like, is it worth it? Is that worth it? Because at that point, I think you're just addicted to gambling. Because those little bets are not really worth it to me. It doesn't really make sense to me. My friend from work, she did the college games, I think, and she put in $50 and she won her $50 back. That was it. Okay, fine. I mean, you broke even. You got your money back. She was talking about giving the guy a cut. And I said, give him a cut of what? You got your money back. And she goes, yeah, but I won. And I looked at her and I said, no offense, but you didn't win. You got your money back. It's not like you got an extra $25, $50, $100. Yeah, okay, then I could see you giving him a cut, sure. But getting your money back and you're going to give him a cut? Come on. And she even told the guy, and the guy's like, no. He's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my God. Because you're basically then just giving him money to play and lose. It doesn't make sense. And again, I almost feel like her making that little bet like wasn't even worth it. Like, how was that even worth it? How is that worth it? Who am I to judge? Yeah, this is someone just realizing that they want to change something within themselves for themselves. With the Ace of Wands, like they want to make a new Six of Swords. They want to make a new future for themselves. They don't want to be caught up in whatever they were caught up in. I just heard rat race. This could even technically just be someone like realizing they were investing too much time into a career or a business, maybe not even their own business, like somebody else's business. And they're like, well, why am I spending 70 hours a week working for this person when I could spend 70 hours a week building my own business, right? Because that would make more sense. People tend to not realize that until it's way too late. And whatever this person decides to do, peace, finding peace within. So, whatever this was that they realized they needed to let go of, get rid of, now they're at peace over it. Like I said, this Emperor energy was giving off more positive than negative for sure. So, all in all, a good read, I would say. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.